His church swells with privilege, politics and Dr. Seuss. But Reverend Clay Nelson has more questions than answers. Armed robbers fled the scene after they stole cigarettes and both tills from an Auckland dairy. A switch of schools delivers schoolboys William Fakatamathi and Samuel Nahir National League title. An unpleasant experience at Middlemore Hospital has left one couple dreading ever going back. 2-month wait for surgery after back and forth between women's GP and DHB. Wellington councillors thought they had bargaining power over developers. Turns out they don't. James Shaw releases fiscal analysis of party's policies and say others should too. A Wellington kindergarten has been left without trike or trampoline after theft. The partner of one of the two boaties missing on the west coast says the boat had regular engine troubles. An elderly driver appears to have crossed the center line before fatally colliding with a van. Dashcam video shows hair-raising near Mrs. Ute overtakes a convoy. The mystery of how Tina Sharma died at her home continues as autopsy finds no cause. It has been wetter than usual this month, but the sun is on the way. Mohammed Shakil Siddiqui collected 6 months of $165K hospital salary using U.S. doctors' credentials. They gathered in their hundreds to protest attacks on rural New Zealand, but it all turned to mudslinging. Massive tire mountain finally removed from Kaurau and Waihi sites. Taranaka's wind and a port chimney handled the lightning, but one country home didn't. 6 Kiwi have been released onto Mount Taranaki, but the lads will be tracked. Instead of spending the day looking after the region's sports, the staff at Sport Taranaki had their gloves and gumboots on. A New Zealander was in the same carriage as a homemade explosive device on the London Tube. Lego lovers of all ages cast their eyes on the massive and the minuscule. A school teacher is being investigated for allegedly forcing pupils to look at poo. A car and truck have collided in Horoenua, and one person is confirmed dead. Getting people voting is the key focus in the final week of the election campaign. Green Party leader James Shaw makes $23 million pledge for Nelson waterfront. Port Nelson buoyant after announcing $10.8 million profit for the financial year. The Lewis Pass has reopened after it was closed due to a dumping of fresh show. The mail will probably get through, but the jet fuel crisis has fresh food exporters worried. The school, the first of its kind in New Zealand, will have a focus on wine production, viticulture and the business side of the industry. And what about all the new subdivisions they might get a buzz too? Yellow balloons bearing the names of loved ones released into a blue sky on Saturday. It rarely floods, and you don't see dogs roaming around. More ticks in the council win column. One person was seriously injured after a bus rolled on SH79 near Fairley. Candidates tackle equity as last week of campaign begins. Rangitata has one of NZ's higher youth enrollment rates, but many voters are yet to enroll. Lack of support for Easter trading bylaw in Waimate, Mackenzie districts. Grant Finley couldn't believe his ears when he tuned into the country's longest-running radio station. 3 women will be the first alpha male ski group to ascend and ski all 4 of New Zealand's skiable volcanoes. Ashes of Riley Baker set in concrete near where he was killed by a tourist driver could be removed. Formal and flapper dress encouraged for the special night out. Invercargill Theatre veteran Gussie Johnson scored her 4th win at the Theatrefest finals at the weekend. Invercargill and Bluff sometimes earth the testing water should disappear. While the Germans may have beat the Allies in the car park, there was still a celebration at the Gore RSA. Police are looking for a man who assaulted a woman while she was walking